Sports Law Nation. For those who thought that we may not go live today, come on with it. Stand tall or not at all. Come on. Hit the like, share this content. Let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. The need to be right. You know, I say that a lot here, the need to be right. There's a lot of folks out there that want to be right, huh? Dak Prescott, average at best. Come on with it. Come on. Yup. As this room fill up, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let friends, neighbors know. Come on with it. Mama said there'll be days just like this. 5, 4. Hit the like button. Share this content. Let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time. Tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on, baby. Let's include in the ice wall, by the way.
The Dallas Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, man. Good to be on with you.
Now, I always think Dak gives a fascinating perspective, especially when he talks about himself. And Dak Prescott, he described his play thus far this season as, quote, average through 6 games. Do you think that is a fair way to describe Dak's play thus far?
Well, I think Dak is very pragmatic. He's very realistic. And if you think about it, as hard as he works to take it from the classroom, the designs, the steps, and put that on the practice field and then take it to the game, you have to be. You can't gild the lily with your mirror. And I think Dak's one of the best at doing that that I've ever seen. And he's unabashed about evaluating himself. And that I think that's a recognition within his inner self that when he does do good, he can relish that. And so, how do you argue with that? Because of what Dak, relative to what's in that mind and mental, that's a big part of what's made Dak Dak.
You know, Jerry, in the past,
no doubt. So, you know, thou shall decree a thing, and it shall be established. You know. You speak life into your own existence, right? That's why I tell people, don't say you're sorry. Don't say that. Say you apologize, right? Don't announce that you're broke. Just tell people, man, I'm going through some hardship. I'm going through some rough times. But I'm getting through it. This too shall pass. Because life and death is in the tongue. And, of course, people can say, well, that's the reality, right? No, I'm elite. I'm the greatest. Muhammad Ali say, I'm the greatest, right? You know, before he was even great, he was saying those things. So my thought track is with Dak Prescott. Yes, he's been playing average at best. And with that being said, it comes a time whereas, you know, we're going to have to get the results. We're going to have to squeeze out and push things and get things going. It's all mindset and mentality. I do like the fact whereas Michael Parsons, when they was talking about the tour thing, right? Not everybody meant for the light. Jake Ferguson. He, in the words of my guy, boy, Big Nate, boy, he funny as hell, ain't he? You know, give me a 1 in the chat if you saw the show last night. He was calling him Jason Ferguson. So he put Jason Witten and Ferguson together, right? You know, and he think I'm Cavante Turpin for some strange reason. And it's just funny. But shout out to everybody, man, for tuning in. Yeah. Somebody say that's the all-time mighty right here.
What's your point?
Yeah. Let's listen to more what he had to say.
This team has been its best whenever the pass protection's there and Dak is striking for big gains. What do you think this team is best at right now?
Well, I think that I'll be very candid with you. Every aspect needs improvement from where I thought I would be, we would be. I know where the players and the coaches think they would be.
Yeah.
And so that's not discouraging to me at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's a conscious thing to bear down. It's a conscious thing to pay attention to real detail, hand placement, how you do your steps. Now, when that pocket collapses, that alters Dak's steps. What's your point?
David J says Dak suck. He can't run touts, or I guess routes if possible. He keeps dropping passes. He didn't train with himself in training camp. He can't stop the run. Pathetic Dak.
What's your point?
Yeah. David, yeah, you're right, man. You know, Dak gonna get all of the blame. And I think Nate Newton talked about this one time before. He was saying, and it could have been last night, he was saying that, heavy is the crown, the quarterback going to get all of the blame regardless, right? The quarterback is up to the quarterback to resolve those issues, right? So they are the point of contact and everything. They are the main focal point of everything. And Dak Prescott is the guy that's going to go with the program, right? He's not going to go against the grain. And that's one of, if you can call it a weakness of Dak Prescott, damn it, that's one of the things that he's going to do. Toe the line and be within the confines of the company, So can you win with that way? Yeah. Can you lose with that way? Yes. Because Jerry Jones is the kind of caliber of person that if it could, he would take advantages of you. Right. If he could, and if he would, and he will take advantages of you. He would take very much so advantages of you. No Diddy, no oils and all of that stuff. But, that's just how he is. I will never forget the time whereas Bill Parcells and Jerry Jones and Tony Romo, they was all locked up in a room, knee to knee. You know how it goes, knee to knee. And they kept pushing him, right? Pushing him. But Romo was able to stand the fire. And I'm hating bringing up Romo because everybody gonna be like, yeah, I told you, Romo's the GOAT. But it's not Romo versus Dak. But this is also to pay a mindset of what Jerry Jones is all about. The bottom line, making money. And even within the confines of this interview, I'm not going to play the entirety of this interview. He was like, I don't give a dog what ESPN said. I like that they did the interview. I like that they did the story piece because it brings more visibility and recognition to me. Ever since we've been doing these tours, we went from the 6th winningest team to the 4th winningest team, right? We are a team where everybody going to know about us, whether it's in the magazine, the front pages of NFL.com.
$10.
Go ahead.
We need this W more.
Oh,
Go Cowboys.
Yeah. We need this dub. Let me go ahead and play the rest of this. Yeah.
And one of the things he's done since he's been here, he's evolved from one level of passer to this level of passer. And, boy, that's a quantum leap as opposed to when he left Mississippi State. And he's here. He's done what you'd hope all of them would do, and that's improve like that. Footwork is a major part of his work. And so when that protection breaks down, it screws up the footwork. Mm-hmm. And so this stuff is one thing about it. I sometimes think we look over the technical aspect. Even I talk about, boy, what's inside, the desire to want to, that type thing. Well, really, I think sometimes most of what I'm talking about is your willingness to work on the little things. And the little things, little technique, little steps. And great players that we've had do that.
You know, Jerry,
it's crazy to have the answers to the test and refuse to use them. Let me say, it's crazy to have the answers to the test and refuses to use them. And Dak Prescott, to make him the focal point of all of this. What is his strength? How can you win with him? Protect him up front. Give him time. He will dissect and he'll go through and he'll find an open target, right? Also within the confines of that, here's another piece of this particular storyline. Give him run game. We've been banging on the table, say, hey, give this man run game. Yeah, give this man something to run. So coaching equals scapegoat. T-Jack, I feel you. But neither here nor there, since we pressed for time, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's fast forward to this part right here because I really want to dissect what this guy had to say. And give me 1 second here. Yeah, you know what time it is for your mind. Come on with it. Sharing is caring. Hit that like button for your boy. Yeah. Come on with it.
Seen Dak Prescott play at an MVP level, and I love the sense of accountability that he has and the way that he's played this season, but he's wrong. He's played below average, right? Because your average doesn't get to be the average of the rest of the players in the league. Your average is the average that's taken from a quarterback who's the highest paid player that's ever touched an NFL field. And outside of maybe the Cleveland Browns game earlier on in the season and also the Pittsburgh Steelers game where I felt Dak was at his best,
can Dak be the reason the Cowboys?
He's been below the line for his play. He's in some senses been the reason that this offense hasn't moved the ball. And Dak Prescott can't be that. I said a few Fridays ago on this show, if they want to win games, Dak Prescott has to play at an MVP level. He hasn't been close to that, and I believe that this team feels it. And when you look at the Dallas Cowboys as a whole, we knew that this roster wasn't up to snuff to compete in the NFC, but what we've seen from this team has been flat out embarrassing.
How am I got it? Oh, we going there. Now, when it rains, it pours, right? When it rains, it pours. Now, I get it. If I say I'm doing bad, y'all don't have to echo and say, man, nah, dog, you doing awful, You trash, man. You ain't doing just bad, man. You doing worse than bad, Now, he already admitted that he was doing average. But Ryan gonna take it a step further and say, nah, he's playing below average. Now, average is what is at best. Because if that's the case in the scenario, then Mahomes is average or below average. Right? And I know that people are going to say, nah, hold on, Law, wait a minute now. You take it, see, these Cowboy fans, y'all take stuff too far, man. They undefeated over there. Below average will be I'm leading the league in INTs. Below average will be every time I get the snap, I'm fumbling the ball, right? We are not seeing that. Come on now. It's one thing to rain, but it's another thing to just pour it all over everywhere and say, hey, this is your parade. Let me pour it all over you. That's all I'm saying. Now, is Ryan Clark right to a degree? Yes. But the circumstances is this right here. We playing political football. Let me repeat, we are playing literally political football. I have a guy that won 3 Super Bowls, been to the Pro Bowl north of 5 times. Nate Newton, with his natural eyes. He was saying just last night, go rewind and watch what he said. Jay Recruiter says, hard to play at an MVP level when you are getting hit multiple times and pressure all my life. All game. He's not God with the big G. We'll put the lower G. But yeah, he's not God. You're right. It's hard to play at that kind of caliber of MVP level. One of the things that is also hard at is that you may have an established communication with something, but there's no connection to the other end. Bread and butter supposed to work together, right? Not go against each other. It was the owner who refused to pay Dak Prescott early. Dak did the noble thing and showed up at training camp. It was the owner who refused to pay CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb did the things what was right for him and held out for his money. There's no established communication between the two. To a degree, we even seen another player that got hurt for the season. Brandon Ayuk, who's a nasty route runner in a good way. Couldn't get separation. Why? Tell him that is human nature. Thomas says, stop the excuses. Well, what was the excuse for Brandon Ayuk? How he couldn't get open, why he couldn't get separation. Oops! He skipped majority of training camp. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. These are, like everything in life is not excuses. If it is, if we can use everything in life as an excuse, then everybody that's watching right now, I declare and decree, since you have 24 hours, just like Bill Gates, we shall all be billionaires. Johnny, what is your excuse for not being a billionaire? BD Gray, and you my dog, I'm just using you as an example. What's your excuse for not being a billionaire? Future Vision, what is your excuse for not being a billionaire? What are y'all excuses of not being a billionaire? We all got 24 hours a day. We seen people come from poverty to make it. So what's your excuse, right? So we can use the excuse game as the ultimate debate de facto, but you can't. Because the reality of it is that the expectations meet those things, and these develop what we call facts. Yeah. Yeah. Law, he also said only Burrow and Mahomes could play behind that line. Why not Dak? He used that as a theory because at the same time, we are old enough to remember that even Burrows had a porous offensive line. But here's the other thing. With a poor offensive line, it was crazy enough that they had better scheme. I come here to tell y'all that when people were saying that Burrow had a terrible offensive line, let me know, did Joe Mixon rush for over 1,300 yards that season? And let me know what running back they got a pace for right now to get 1,300 yards. And with that same alleged porous offensive line, Joe Mixon had 16 touchdowns. Let me know if anybody was close or will be on pace right now to have 16 touchdowns. And we didn't have time to debate Nate Newton like that. You got to show the old man respect. He was calling Jake Ferguson Jason Ferguson. On top of that, that year let me know, if I'm not mistaken, if we want to use Joe Burrows as, hey, he can play behind poor offensive line. Can y'all let me know if that year did he had a Jamar Chase, a T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd? Do we have those kinds of caliber of weapons here? Would we be still 3-3 right now if we have T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, and Tyler Boyd with this offensive line? Will we still have the same record? Will we still be 3-3? Will we be still considering Dak Prescott below average? You see, we got to add context. Now let me slide over to Pat Mahomes, who's not looking good now, and he got a good offensive line. Woo! My guy David says, oh man, give me that. If I can do like this, and all of a sudden we get Joe Mixon, and we get T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd, I'll get rid of CD for that. I would get rid of CD for that, and TD my dog. In the same offensive line, sure. but neither here nor there. My guy David J says, bro, Dak could be the MVP and lead the league in touchdowns. Win the Super Bowl, people will say, okay, do it again. They will hate just to hate. Now, I've been on that side of the argument. See, you talking about the people that grew up and watched the 90s. People never gave Troy Aikman the respect. It was Dan Marino, Steve Young, Joe Montana, to a degree, John Elway. Everybody was better than my guy, Troy Aikman. They're like, oh man, anybody. Jim Kelly. Give me Jim Kelly. Cunningham. All of those people were allegedly better than Troy Aikman. Aikman didn't get a lot of love, y'all. Just letting y'all know. We just see it now. But neither here nor there. The year that Pat Mahomes had a terrible offensive line, he still had my guy Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. To a degree, even now, Travis Kelce is no one to sneeze at. But it is what it is. Boy, Lance Bell. See, Lance Bell old enough to remember. Boy, they hated Troy Aikman. Yeah, they hated Troy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Every quarterback. Jeff George. They're like, give me Jeff George, man. He better than Troy. Right. Y'all just don't remember. But, as time goes by, the rings don't dissipate. They don't lose value, right? They gain it, absolutely. Oh, yeah, and then y'all fail to realize they love Brett Favre. Oh, they love Brett Favre, man, growing up in the 90s and what have you. But that's a whole nother conversation. You see, we're gonna get a lot of hate regardless. I just wish that Dak Prescott don't reveal or bring more and more hate to the table by him being a little humble to his approach. Eric McNair, he came a little bit afterwards. He was more of the tip of the 90s, early 2000s guy. Eric McNair was in that era of Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Kurt Warner, that era. That era, to me, I like that era. I like that era too. I like that era leading into the Tony Romo, Drew Brees, the earlier Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers. That era was crazy because when we were looking at Michael Vick, we were like, how we looking at Lamar Jackson now? We looking at Michael Vick like, God. And them damn dogs, man. Them dogs got in the way. Pre-dogs, Michael Vick, man, shoot, Atlanta was going to go all the way. Shoot. Y'all better realize, man, shoot. And that was after the Dirty Bird Atlanta, too. Jamal Anderson and all of them. Yeah. That era was crazy. This era right here is weird, though. You know, this era of quarterback play, everybody got good numbers. Everybody technically got good numbers. Right? And it's getting better. Like, literally, to me, the quarterback that's showing me a lot right now is Jordan Love, bro. That Jordan Love, CJ to a degree, but that Jordan Love, he may be, call me crazy, that Jordan Love may be the next him, you know. Even McNabb thought he was better than Troy. Boy, y'all crazy, man. Let me get back on point, man. Speaking of that, speaking of my guy, this is what Nate Newton had to say about Troy Aikman.
How do you feel about what Troy said about the receiving core in the passing game?
Do I have time to explain what he was trying to say?
got plenty of time.
What my quarterback was saying was simply this right here. When you have 4 receiver sets or 3 receiver sets,
okay,
or even a bunch with a tight end out on the other side, this thing, like the Saras, the Deltas here, they understand that when they're putting together a show, everybody has to be coordinated.
Right.
And if you got one of those ladies out of line or misstepping, it's not going to look right. And that's the same way with football. I tell people, when you're practicing, you can have your offensive line kind of out of sync. You can have your defensive line not running wide open.
Right.
But your wide receivers, that's one group that has always got to be running wide open to give the quarterback a close to game-like look as it need to be. When you have receivers here and there not giving their all in all, you lose the coordination.
Yeah, so he was talking about good coordinations here. According to Nick Harris and according to Mike McCarthy, Cowboys head coach, and if you guys follow the channel, we said this 2 days ago, but I'm not gloating. He says Dalvin Cook will be activated like the perm, or just for me. He will be activated, for this game against San Fran. Dalvin is ready. And let me see what else he said. Dalvin is ready. I really like the work he's putting in. Later added that he's in position to PLAY. So with that being said, even McNabb thought he was better than Troy. McNabb crazy as all get out. And before I talk about any other quarterback, shout out to Lamar Jackson. You see what run game can do for you, right? But in this game, if we're going to have any chance, a shot in the dark to beat the 40-winers, to crush their season, absolutely, we're going to have to run the ball. We're going to have to stretch them. We're going to have to play monkey in the middle. I can say that I'm a brother. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else say it. They be like, hey, he racist. But we got to play monkey in the middle with Fred Warner. We got to make him go sideline to sideline, tire him out. To me, Fred Warner, if you look at his tape, he is a, let me see what we have here. All right, we got some breaking news. According to my guy, Defy Talk. Let me see if I can say this over here. Appreciate Defy Talk. He states that according to information that's been released now, is that Michael Parsons and Bland ruled out of this game versus San Fran. So we going back to these things right here. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. Bear with me. So according to my guy Defy Talk, and this was just updated 30 seconds ago, linebacker Eric Kendricks' shoulder, Carson's shoulder are questionable. So they're not really eligible to play too. So that's the updated news factor on that, far as who's playing, who's not. Yeah. So CJ says, what's good, Law? If we lose this game, expect changes. This is a chess match game. There's been news that's been circulated to me. Can't give out the sources. But if this is then, in fact, a blowout game, like 45 to about 10, or 45 to nothing, or something crazy, somebody's head will roll. Somebody will lose their job. You're about to lose your job, that type of thing. Just to light a spark. But it's a crazy world we live in, because Nate Newton stated this last night, that he's team Mike McCarthy. And by him being in a soft rebuild phase, the Joneses shouldn't fire him, but damn it, they should extend him. Who believed Nate Newton on that one? Like, oh wow, can you confirm my head won't roll? Jerry, hush your mouth.
What's your point?
I can't confirm, Jerry. I can't confirm nor deny. But Jerry, that's in the chat, Michael Parsons and Bland is ruled out of this game. Out of these two that I wanted to play this weekend was number 11. But a high ankle sprain is more than likely. You can't push off. You don't get the acceleration. And what you do have with that particular situation is that you overcompensate. And that's how you get a torn Achilles and stuff like that. So it's best for Michael Parsons in a contract year to sit this out. The Joneses are Birdman handing, rubbing, because guess what?
What's your point?
Bland and Parsons both heading into a contract year. Yeah. Jerry's like this.
What's your point?
You don't like to pay nobody, Jerry. That's what it is. But I will tell you this. Nate keys to the game. Just giving you guys some food for thought. In order to beat San Fran, because we still got to go up against Jordan, not Michael, but Mason. And he's the second leader in rushing. In the National Football League, he's up there. So we still got a heavy task to do. The thing is, what Big Nate said is this right here, ladies and gentlemen. In order to beat the San Francisco, you got to get guys that's willing to tackle.
What's your point?
If Nate Newton was coaching his team, he would then, dare I say, bench two guys. Who are the two guys? The two guys that's in the secondary is one being Malik Hooker, the other one being Donovan Wilson, and he will make this substitution, placing Wanye, third cousin twice removed Thomas, in the game, and also putting in Marquise Bell in the game. If you agree with Big Nate Newton, put his jersey number in the chat. If you disagree with Big Nate Newton, put in the chat or no in the chat. Oh yeah, Jera.
What's your point?
I'm gonna talk about that one too. Put that in the chat if you agree. Now, if y'all don't know Big Nate Newton's number while he played here, then can I take away your Cowboys card?
Shame. 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 Shame.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I'm seeing multiple different numbers in here. Wait a minute. Y'all got me twisted, Wait a minute. Are y'all putting down his number of how old he is or what? What's going on with these different numbers, man? Wait a minute now. Hold on now. What's going on with y'all, man? Let me trust but verify. Okay. So at guard, he's famously known for wearing 67, 61, and 73, by the way. But neither here nor there, he's a 3-time Super Bowl champ. He was 6'3", 335 pounds, and I know they trolling. They putting down when he played for the USFL or when he played for Washington, Yeah, he's a 2-time first All-Pro, and then he's a 6-time Pro Bowler. Yeah, come on, y'all. All right, yeah. Yeah, shout out to little Dallas, Texas. Here's what I want to say. The Dallas Cowboys. Are you a FAMU grad too, Lance Bell?
Shame.
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. Should have went to JSU though. Yeah. Should have went to JSU, man. But neither here nor shout out to FAMU. Shout out to all of the HBCUs. Yeah, that's probably why he want Marquise Bell out there, huh? Same school. I would tell you this. The Dallas Cowboys must figure out ways to win this game. If they stay within reach and competitive and compete and keep this game close, the Cowboys will have a strong chance. Yeah. They will have an extremely strong chance if they are able and eligible to do that. How you can do that is controlling the TOP. Our grace and our mercy will be within the confines of this right here, ladies and gentlemen. If Dalvin Cook show us something, that could be our grand plan of it all. But neither here nor there. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's cut away to this right here because I want to be able to put money in your pockets, man, and I want to be able to introduce you to this particular sponsor, and let's get things going because, hey, somebody going to be a thousandaire for sure when they do this specialty for those who not donate, but for those who download MyBookie and deposited at least, I think it's $25 or more, something along that nature there, and recorded it and send it over to me, you will be entered into a drawing to win $1,000 giveaway. Also, when you do make your deposit, they will match up to $1,000 as well. But let's listen to them. All right, so this video is brought to you by my bookies. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. 100% match up to $1,000. That's that thou wow. You know what I mean? Plus $10 casino chips. Now, when you use promo code LawNation, we are also going to be able to double your earnings with that. So be sure and be mindful to use promo code LawNation. On top of that, loyalty pays really well over here. They got a loyalty program with my bookies, whereas the longer you in with us, the higher you grab your tiers. It's like this. The more you play, the more you win. So that's a win-win deal with my bookies. Keep in mind, when you're all around my bookies, just use promo code LawNation and we'll take real good care of you, because this is the most wonderful time of the year. Football season. Let's get it.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Yeah, let's go. What'd you ever say?
What's your point?
So with that being said, bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, 100% up to $1,000 there. They will match with you. Just check out my bookie. Let me see if I can put this down there somewhere in the chat area. If you look into the description box, you'll see that information there. Click on it and let's go and let's get it. All right, so now that we got majority of that on, let's listen to this right here, because this is the defensive coordinator. So you got to coordinate. It's Nick over here on Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott today said he described his start of the season as average. So, I mean, knowing that he's going to want to try to raise his game up a notch after the bye week, what are you expecting out of Dak, and what kind of damage could he do?
Well, I think he's a great player. He's obviously had tons of production. I mean, I wouldn't evaluate him as average. He's probably trying to be hard on himself, but he could bring so much to the table. He's got so much experience and so much success over these years that, you know, he's always tough to play against.
Dak Prescott today said he just
a little humbleness, right? You know, a little cherry to that humbleness right there. Dak Prescott. So is Dalvin Cook going to play? Yes, James. He's going to play according to Mike McCarthy and according to me 2 days ago, man. If y'all listened to me 2 days ago, I said it. I said what I said. Yeah.
What's your point?
But my thing is right here, before we open up the phone lines, let's make it quick. It's 3:23. Let's see what we can do here and get this day on. Give me your score prediction. Leave me your thoughts on the score for this game. Let me know who you have in store to win this game. And on top of that, when you're trying to get into a certain situation, whether it's a job application, whether it's a new journey to a new school, normally you get transferred there, right? And you drive in an automobile. Well, there are things that sometimes go unseen, meaning that there could be car wrecks. Well, when that happened, I just want you to make a call to these fellows right here, and you get some expert advice from them.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Call Frenkel first, ladies and gentlemen. That's 817 or 214. All of the threes you can dial. FrenkelFirm.com. Jump on in, get expert advice. Not no rookie on the phone talking about, hold on, put the nachos down, take the gum out your mouth. None of that, you know. You can talk to an expert locally in Dallas. They'll take everything anywhere too, by the way. Just give them a call. One call, that's all. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Come on. I got, speaking of 100, I got 100 grand with the 201. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Frenkel Firm. What you got, bro?
What's good, my guy? What's good?
Hey, man.
I'm going to just lay it down like this. You can put it up on the screen if you got it, man.
Man, I got it right here. Live, lit, ready. Yeah. I got it right there.
If you got it. The last one, right, because I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
So, the last one. Yeah, unfortunately, take the 49ers with the points, people.
Whoa. 46.5 over, take it.
No, I'm talking about take the 49ers plus the 4.
Okay, plus the 4. Minus 4, okay.
Minus the 4.
Okay.
You got minus the 4 up there, right? I can't
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
49ers is favorite by 4.
Oh, okay, so take that.
Take the 49ers and take the
Look at
over.
that.
It's good.
Yeah, the Stevie Wonder.
Hopefully it's not a rough one. Nah, cause I don't have you pulled up.
Oh, okay. Good.
So, hopefully this ain't a rough one, but it's gonna go down just like a shot of Henny, people. It's gonna go down hard, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, man. What happened to you, man? He said he gonna go down like a shot of Hennessy, man. At least the white hand smooth. He gonna go down like the dark hand. Shit, I don't know if I still got it up under here.
Lord, listen, man.
Oh my gosh. Oh
listen,
my
I don't
gosh,
think
man.
the bye week is going to do anything.
Riggs! I got the black head SA. I'm called Frenkel first. Dog, you don't have the optimism going on. Like, this is what we gonna do. We got Dalvin Cook. We elevating him. We gonna run it to the right. We gonna run it to the left. We gonna use play action. Dak gonna show that he's not average at best. Come on, man. What's going on here, man?
Lord, I've been going back thinking long and hard, man. Pause. You know what I
mean? Riggs! Oh my gosh, man. Oh man.
It's tough, Lord. This gonna be it's gonna be a rough one, man. Hopefully we can hang in there and go blow for blow, Paul.
Oh, man. All right, me and the black head this weekend. I'm gonna have twin maker. I'm gonna put a chain on this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna put a chain.
So guys, listen. Sign up with my bookie. Make some money off it, people. So the pain won't hurt as bad.
Man, no doubt.
That's, at least you made some money. And you ain't the only one, the players ain't the only one getting paid. That's
yeah, man. So I appreciate you for calling in. I know you can give me the exact score on game day, because you don't. Oh, you weren't ready to give it to me now. What you got?
I'm gonna wait for the exact. I'm gonna wait the game day. I'm gonna wait the game day on the exact score.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in.
Doubt,
That's 100 grand, man. Be sure to check that out. And we will be circulating that picture on Instagram and Facebook and beyond. The next caller. You know, there's been Larry the Cable Guy. There's been Larry the Two Man. But now this is Larry the Cowboy from the 832. You're live.
What's going on, Law? Yeah, this is Larry Williams, a.k.a. The Law.
What's
my
up?
initials, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's your initials, man. That's what I like to hear, man. Law, what you got for me, man?
But look, I got like 3 questions.
Okay.
One is about my bookies.
Yeah.
And I did it, won some money. I couldn't win no money. It said my loyalty points ain't rolled over yet. So you know I was hot.
Oh, wow. You gotta get them loyalties up. The more you play, the higher your loyalty is. Let me get over here on the yeah. Let me get over there. Yeah. So the more you got to play more.
Yeah,
you got to trying to get you hooked on it.
I'm gonna pay some more. But then I heard your boy Nate Newton. He played defensive tackle when he came in the league, and they switched him to offensive lineman because he ate too much or something like that.
I mean, he was terrible to a degree. I believe when he was with Washington, he got cut or something like that. I don't know his storyline as much as I should, but if he played D tackle and then switched over and played offensive lineman.
Yeah, Jerry Jones said in the interview, a little podcast he was on today, he talked about.
Wow. Man, here's the thing is with Nate, coaching got those boys together.
Right.
Coaching, man, because there was nobody that was drafted in the first round on that O-line. You know, Larry Allen came a little later on. I believe he came in 94, 95 or something like that, if my memory serves me correct. So it was coaching that got these guys, these teams of misfits, right? Became the wall of Dallas. So that's why I always title or say coachings elevate. Coaches get players to where they're supposed to be at. And if I had enough time, that's why I asked Nate last night, is it talent or execution? You know, but Clarence hogging the mic, man. I'm going to tell Clarence we're going to have to put a timer on him, man. Yeah.
And then my other question I was talking about, so everybody's talking about this going to this tour and stuff. So why they ain't say this 2-3 years ago when we was winning? All of a sudden now it's an issue about being on tour at the stadium and all this other, would you say, the zoo and this shit, monkey around?
Monkey zoo and this, yeah. I think that when you lose, you're looking for any fault, right? You're looking for any blame that you can pull out, you know, and of course people say excuses. Because if you get distracted over one player or one person tapping the glass, then what about 1,000 people, you know, 100,000 people that's going to be at the stadium? So you got to learn to get through that.
Go 12 and 5 though.
and here's how I know is most of it cap, because as a person who did the tour for more than once, the tour guy gonna tell you, hey, they working right here. We got players. They be getting too extra cautious, so you can't even get to the glass. They keep you moving along. The only time they allow you to stop and wait and watch a little bit is when you go by the podcast area, you know, and whoever's doing the podcast, you know, they get a chance to look over and see who's podcasting. But outside of that, they usher you on the way, you know. So, and then they tell you can't have your phone out and you can't do it.
Oh, you did it? Player when I did the tour.
Yeah, you didn't see nobody. Yeah.
I ain't see no players. I don't know if it was the summertime or what, but we ain't see no players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So I just say, man, to a point, my other video, I said tone deaf. I had to take most of it back because, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna let you know. Man, my bad. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. But it was like this. Afterwards, I read that Fowler was like, "Nah, that's cap," and then even Boss Man Fat, he was like, "Man, this cap, man." You know what I'm saying? So when Boss Man Fat was saying this cap and he didn't say those things, I said, "Man, who gonna go over again?" Oh, I ain't gonna say it too soon, but yeah.
Already.
But yeah. But yeah, man. So I just think that we just need to win. I think winning cures all. I think winning will get these guys going in the right direction. You know that when you playing for the Cowboys, it's like dating a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you out there.
Yeah, you out there. You know what I'm saying? So you can't heart no pictures, you can't like no pictures. They're like, look, yeah, man, look what old boy doing, look what Larry doing, look what Law doing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He liking other female pictures and stuff.
Right?
You know?
Oh,
yeah. So you gotta be walking a certain way because they'll find out ways to tear you down and pull you out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I said, like I put in the chat the other day, my score prediction 24-17.
I'll take that.
I think that's what it's going to be. Hopefully we win. I'm on the side. Hopefully we win. Hopefully we lose. So if we lose, they can go make some moves. But if we win, I like our guys.
Oh yeah, the WLOJ.
I like our guys.
Hell yeah. You right with that, man. Appreciate
you. Be a good game though.
Yes, indeed, man. Let's go, man. Appreciate you, Law. Appreciate it.
All right. Hey man, tell Twin step out, man.
Yeah, man. Look, all of the like, you know what they waiting to do? Because I've been reaching out that nobody responded. They waiting to see what's going to happen. See, people fail to realize, low key, Niners are front runners too.
Yeah.
They are front runners.
Ain't looking too good.
They ain't looking too good. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for calling, bro.
All right, man. Have a good one.
No doubt. All right, so let me I'm gonna let the next caller in, but y'all give it what I'm saying. You know, Mike called himself Fat Man Coach. God dog, he said that. We will see if we can beat a depleted Niners team. That'll be a different story if we wasn't depleted, right? You know, because we depleted. No Parsons, no Law, no Sam, right? No Bland, right? A guy that's coming off of an ACL who's not willing to tackle. Diggs. And I don't want Diggs to overcompensate of something that he's not. Meaning that he throw his shoulder out the way because he trying to prove something, right? Or he take a bad angle, then hurt himself. Play your game, bro. We know who you are, dog. He ain't him on that level. Play your game. Play your game. Play comfortable. And stop overanalyzing stuff. A couple years back, Diggs would have had that INT against Kittle if people wasn't talking about, hey, man, he can't tackle. So Diggs was closing his eyes trying to make sure he make that tackle on Kittle's. But if he played his game, that's a pick. So all of that stuff matters, man. Just got to get these guys. Some people are who they are. That's what other things need to be realized, too. Yeah. Some people are who they are. Yeah. I got from the 910, and then we got the 201. I mean, the 209. But from the 910, you in.
Hey, Law, I got a question.
Talk to me, bro.
Y'all calling Cap. But go back to that segment you did last year about coaching and that when Dalton Schultz said what he said about the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones does what he does so he can bring money to the franchise, even when they lose. But as a player, we don't know how they feel about all that scrutiny, all them damn cameras in the locker room. We don't know how they feel.
You got an old lady? You sleep with your old lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm only saying this because do she like the ceiling fan on? Do she like it cold at night?
Nope.
She like it hot?
Yep.
Some women don't like it hot. They like it damn near 60 degrees in the bed. You know what I'm saying? So it's to each his own. That's all I'm trying to say, too cool. You know, so your woman might like it hot. Another woman might like it cold. So Schultz, he may not can deal with that tapping on the glass, tapping on the window still. You see what I'm saying? But Ferg was like, shoot, I embrace it. So you got 53 different people that got 53 different opinions. But when you plan for the Cowboys, it's like playing with a damn near supermodel. You can't do certain things as if though you playing with the Browns, right? Because everybody going to give you their best shot.
Law, I hear that.
Yeah,
I hear that. But when you get a girlfriend, you damn near got an option of who do you stay with her. When you get drafted, you don't have no damn choice. If you top 10 and the Cowboys got a top 10 pick and they draft you, you doomed from the beginning.
No, you got to deal with the motion in the ocean. You just got to deal with what it is.
Yeah, but everybody ain't cut out for that. For example, right? Jerry Jones do this weird shit with like number 88. Man, how we know CD Lamb truly wanted to be number 88? So you put that target on their back from the beginning when you do certain things. Jerry Jones' ass is living in the past. And when he draft players and stuff, and when you, especially at receiver, why everybody got to be 88? Retire that damn number. Let them men be the men.
Did Simba really wanted to be the king in Lion King? Did Simba wanted to be the king?
Man, CD Lamb wanted number 2.
CD Lamb wanted number 2, but even though he didn't want to be number 2, or he wanted to be number 2, he was given the 88, meaning that he was like Simba. You know, Simba, even though he didn't want to be the king, He didn't want to fill in the footsteps of his father. He wanted to move on and say Hakuna Matata and hang out with Timon and Puma, you know. But at the end of the day, hey, he had to do what he had to do. And that's just where we are at. When you drafted by the Cowboys, you're going to get the extra spotlight. You can't hide.
You can't do that because when I look at number 88, I truly think about Michael Irvin. And when I see what the hell Jerry Jones be doing, Jerry Jones' ass is living in the past. He put expectations on them damn players that he put expectations on them, but don't give them a good coach. He put expectations on them and don't go get players. So don't put the expectations out there like this a team from the 90s and make them wear the same numbers from the team from the 90s, but you're not doing nothing to make the team better. For example, if they lose this weekend, do he go out and get Jamal Adams? If they lose this weekend, do he go get a running back? Because Cook's going to play this weekend. So you sitting here spoon feeding us, slow feeding us right now. You're going to give us Cook, and then what Cook going to do? Is he going to start?
We don't know, but here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. When it's decided for you to cook for your household, right? Do you poll them or do you cook what you want and then they gravitate to what you want? Do you say kids?
About the kids?
Yeah. Or do you cook what you want and then they just eat whatever you provided, right?
Man, I cook what we want, the grown folks want, but it's 2024, man. These little kids gonna eat what they want. These kids want to eat a pizza, they want corn dogs, they want noodles, they want what they want.
Wait, too cool. So you been to the kids? They want ice cream at 12 o'clock at night. You know,
no, I don't do that, but I'm talking about we talking about hard food. We talking about like back in the 90s, yeah. When my grandma made food, we ate for my grandma
whatever they
cornbread, collard green. Yeah,
that's good food.
Kids, good living. Do that.
Well, that's just what it is. So Jerry Jones gonna say, hey, you know, he's a stubborn man. Nate Newton, he dropped some very much good rubies last night. He was like, shoot, I almost lost my job. I was like, what you mean? By telling Jerry the truth. He said Matt Walesko ain't it, Joshua Ball ain't it, you know. He told them boys that. He told Jerry and Stevens that. But he had to tote lightly because these guys are very sensitive to a degree. They believe that when they put them raisins on that potato salad and they say try it, you better like it. And you got to hurry up and swallow it because that's just what they do. And unfortunately, this way ain't going to change too cool. So either the players going to have to step up and do that. Go ahead.
I feel like Jerry Jones do shit like this, right? For example, he don't pay you, especially Dak and CeeDee Lamb. He slow pay you, right?
Right.
So now when it's the summertime and you got your money and Dak say, yeah, I think we need a receiver, and CD say, yeah, I think we need a running back. See, they ain't got their money yet, so they got to shut the hell up because they ain't got paid yet. Now, right before the season start, he pay them, right? Now you trash because they really trash, right? So we out here, we performing, we playing and all of this now, but ain't nobody saying that. Michael Parsons ain't gonna say what he really want to say because he got to get paid. DeRon Bland ain't gonna say what he got to say because he got to get paid. So what Jerry do is he do this manipulated shit, right? Where I don't pay you, so you don't talk. Because now when I pay you, do you talk? Now when Michael Parsons get talk on his podcast, do he talk about Jerry Jones? Or do he wait till he go to the Philadelphia Eagles and say, oh, when I was in Jerry world, this is how it was?
Right, and that's normal how it is, man. Shoot, you know, nobody go to their new Swedes and say, yeah, man, my old Swedes was able to do this. No, they talk bad about the old Swedes, you know, man. She would never ever, boy, she never gave me. I don't want to take the show that way, but you give her what I'm saying.
I got you, Law. Hey, Law, I'm just putting it out there. Drunk Sports Talk coming soon, Law. Drunk Sports Talk coming soon. Drunk Sports Talk
coming soon, baby. Yeah. So I'll be able to say it on your platform. I ain't going to say it on this platform, but you give it what I'm saying.
You said it on mine.
Yeah. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling. Hey, what's the score prediction?
Still 27-17, 49ers.
Okay, all right. Appreciate you. That's too cool, man. But yeah, I hope y'all get with what I'm saying, dog. I hope y'all get with what I'm saying, man. You know, yes, indeed. Who hypes up their old Swedes, you know? Let me know in the fall lies over here, man. If y'all hype up your old Swedes, like, girl, oh, man, that old Swedes, boy, she was cooking a mean potato salad. Oh, my gosh, man, that hot water cornbread. Ooh. Shoot, she got some po chops, man, that make you get up and dance. Yeah. She make a dessert that you got to eat with your shoes off. Why? Because you're going to twinkle your toes. Yeah. Nobody say that to their new Swedes about their old Swedes, but they will say, man, that old Swedes, man, shoot, she was terrible, man. She had burning up toast. Yeah. So that's a little bit of it. Schultz got his bag over here in Dallas, and then when it was time for him to get another bag, he refused because they didn't want to give him a contract the way he wanted it. And the Titans, not the Titans technically, but the Texans was like, nah, we got you. We need a tight end, a veteran tight end. And they had money. They had resources. They had remunerations. They paid him, right? So that's just how it goes. We drafted a replacement for Schultz, and he gave him the same number. And his name is Schoonmaker. We overdrafted in that spot. That could have been your running back right there. Right? We drafting guys that don't belong because what we do here, and this is a known fact, and people can say, well, that's what all teams do. But we don't draft to complement. We draft to replace. We draft to replace. We drafted Taco to replace D-Law. And D-Law was like, oh, snap, I got to play. Remember, he was getting hit with suspension. D-Law had the PED thing. D-Law had the injury thing. The year we drafted Taco, D-Law was like, shoot, I ain't going to let nobody turn me around. And had 11 to 12 sacks back to back. But if he didn't have that year, he would have been gone. He would have had tacos in them. So we draft to replace. We don't draft to complement. And that's the saddest thing about our drafting situation. Shoot, we drafted CeeDee Lamb with the mindset not to complement Amari Cooper, but to replace Amari Cooper and to also one day to keep our guy because Amari Cooper was a bastard. You see, these guys get a stretch of special hard on for their own guys. We like our guys. The money that we saved from getting rid of Amari Cooper, we did in return, gave it to Michael Gallup. $50 million guaranteed. This dude, Amari Cooper, took $6 million less to stay. He forever will never get that $6 million back. So that's the problem with the Cowboys ultimately, Unfortunately, we just don't, we get too in our feelings. Can you imagine if we were to continue to build upon that? Woo! Right now, this will be how many years with Amari Cooper and Lamb together? Shoo. We only got a chance to see that one time. Technically, one time. And it was time to blow it up. This is the Cowboys' way, though. Shoo. All right, let's my guy JV and then 585. JV, what's good, bro? Talk to me. What's good?
I don't care if it's day or night. With others in the car, and then y'all gonna be talking, and they gonna get your attention as well. All-Star Road in different states.
Yo.
And always came back with something new.
Like what?
A scratch, a mark, or something.
What you got special mark or something? You ain't been out of town.
Because it come from your car, backing up in the driveway.
Hey, JV. Call Frenkel.
For real. Man.
FrankelFirm.com. Hey, appreciate you, JV. I hope he sort that out, whoever backed into whatever. But, hey, just call Frenkel first, man. They'll take good care of you, man. And speaking of that, look, if there's ever an opportunity.
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frenkel and Frenkel, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
No doubt, man. Call them first, man. Even if you hit your own car, scrape something, man, just call Frenkel. They'll take good care of you. And if you don't want to get on a phone call, go to FrenkelFirm.com. They will take really good care. You got over 100 years of experiences right in the fold with you. I got my guy from the 585. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's going on, Love Nation? What's going on, Cowboy Nation? How y'all doing?
Going good, man. Going good, bro.
Well, yeah, man. On Jerry Jones, man. I've sat back and just looked at the whole situation over the years, man. This man he has nothing really to, you know what I'm saying, like to go for right now, except for making money for his playpen that he's built. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. The man came into an organization that was down at one time, and he helped build it back up into something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had to bet on himself to make it into something. So that's when he was in this billiard type of status of getting all the good players at the time. You know what I mean? To help build this thing up. And he was fortunate enough to get his Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And now and he built his stadium that he always wanted, his own stadium. He has it now. And then the cherry on the top, he's in the Hall of Fame, everybody. Yeah. He don't give a damn about no Super Bowl. He care about making money. Yeah. That's what he care about right now. The fans, we're the ones that's being malnourished right now. Because we understand what we here for. We want to compete with the rest of the league and be proud of our team and our organization and win a Super Bowl, man, or at least be in a dog fight to go get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? We haven't even been in a dog fight to go get it over the years, man.
Yeah.
Because this organization right now, football is not the main thing to them.
Not the
that
main
Grand
thing.
Prix the Grand Prix that they want to run outside the stadium. That's the main thing. All the events that's going on in the stadium, that's the main thing. Football is not the main thing. And it's like sometimes I get upset with some of the fans. I get upset with some of the people that had their own shows and stuff too, because it's like the reason I get upset is because it's like, damn, how can we get on the fans all the way when all of us is fans? Right. Well, how you can't get on the fans sometimes when all we want to do is win, and we see all these teams that's winning Super Bowls or to continue to win Super Bowls always out here making moves, always over here trying to turn over another rock. You know what I'm saying? Make a shake and move to make a better team. But Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones keep giving us this welfare ass bullshit, and then we supposed to be okay with it, and then we lose. We been getting blown out. You know what I mean? At home.
What's good for business?
Okay with it, man.
I think Nate kind of put that out there last night. Is that they do just enough to stay at 500 or above. They came up with a secret recipe. If you below 500, that's bad for business. That's bad for business because no one wants a losing team. But as long as you're competitive and compete, that as long as you're in the middle, you very much so in a good spot. And Jerry did speak about this a little bit about if he knows, like it would be like putting lighter fluid into a flame if you fool around and make a deep run in the postseason, right, and go to the Super Bowl ultimately. But the problem is with that, if you fool around and go all the way truly all in, meaning it's going to take away your draft picks that you could have. It's going to take away, some money, that dollar that he said that he got to save for tomorrow. It's going to take away all of that, and you will be scrambling and scraping to win games. You know what I'm saying? To get back to 500. But if you can just stay and steady, you can at least get this money they're going in and provide, because people going to always have the attention when you are literally at 500.
Yeah, I hear you on that, though, Law. But the thing that pisses me off with Jerry Jones is that you keep selling us a fucking dream, bro. Yeah. You selling us a dream at the end of the season when you get your ass handed to you in your stadium that you built. You know what I'm saying? It's only one playoff game that I can honestly say that we the other team knew that we was in the dogfight, and it was that one San Francisco game when they had to ink it out at the end. The offense wasn't doing that, but the defense held up the whole almost the whole game.
2022, yeah, I believe, yeah.
That was a dogfight game.
Yeah.
See, those are the type of things that make you proud of your team. Not then what happened last year in Dallas.
Yeah.
We basically 0-4 right now in our own stadium. We be getting blown out, but this guy wants to get on TV and act like everything's okay. It's not storming and raining in here. Like, come on, bro. Like, and then you won't even close the goddamn curtains. You won't even put no curtains up on that damn stadium, man. When the players is getting the sun in their damn eyes, it's like damn. It's like I don't really believe Jerry cared if we win or not, because he got his stuff. He's set.
Well,
he just want to get that money.
Well, the whole ideology of a bookie is to win regardless of the outcome, whether it's a losing situation or a winning situation. If you can win, we can get money regardless of the outcome, and I think that that's what it is. I think that what really sullied the NFL, which from a fan perspective, is the revenue sharing, right? There's no real main incentives to go in to win it all because everybody shares the pot, basically, collectively speaking. So I think that that's part of the problem. I think that with Jerry Jones and the salary cap and things like that, it made it a little bit more difficult for him. But at the end of the day, it saves the league because no one is going to get bankrupt or lose money because it's revenue shared and everybody got the same money to spend.
But can I ask you this one question before I get off here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really believe, because I kind of believe this, if Jerry Jones would just step his butt down from being the GM of this team and say, Will McClay, it's yours. Handle my light work, man. Handle my business, man. You got all the picks. We're going to back you up with the money. Go get us players to compete to go win a Super Bowl. Let's, like, you know what I'm saying? We got our quarterback. We got our wide receiver. We working on everything else. Let's build a team that's going to be competitive. Because that's all we're really asking for.
Yeah.
For a team that can go deep as they can go, but they're being competitive at the end. We're not getting these blowouts and have to sit around here with this horrible taste in our mouths about our team. Because it's like, and then these dudes coming out talking about, oh, we ain't soft, and they get blown out the next damn week. I wish they just shut the hell up sometime and just go play football, bro.
Prove it on the field. That's all I want to say. Prove it on the field, man. And that was secure it all, man. Appreciate you, Tyreek, man. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
Good call.
All right, no doubt. Peace.
Peace, man. Last but not least, man, from the 623 Phoenix, Arizona, I believe you're live on the Nation. Talk to me. Once, twice,
I'm here.
3 times. Okay, what's going on? You good?
Hey, so a little late to the show,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm glad I can close you out. But let me collect my notes real quick.
Okay.
Let me see. So I had a bit of a, because I figured, our organization is all over the place.
They are.
We don't have a structural balance of what we do. We're very lukewarm. I'll be okay if we were cold, because it's the cold water that can boil the quickest. It's not that lukewarm water.
Get it? Give it to
them. Even God can light a fire under those who are cold. He don't like the lukewarm because lukewarm can turn real cold real quick, given what temperatures it's desired the closest to.
Yeah.
But I just think it's a weird perception, because I think with these distractions, I think some people can thrive off the pressures of others watching them, but I do think they're as valuable to the distractions and how it does make players feel in terms of like just being exposed to training in front of people. And that is Jerry Jones' fault. But there are those who embrace the peers, but not many people are built that way to where they can embrace the crowd. But it's about how they deal with the nature of other people and their presence. That is more of a mentality, but it's blatantly obvious that our culture as collectively is not football. We've come more to be sufficed and just being a popular culture. We use these Kardashian models for this culture because it is true. We like the media coverage. We like the publicity. It's like there's nothing here that we offer, and it's like we only reap what we sow as a team and as a leadership. And like I was listening, like what Nate Newman said, I don't think we should get rid of Mike McCarthy. If we gave Jason Garrett all these dang years, why not just keep riding on the saddle? Something's got to give. At some point, this stuff will get figured out. Do I think we need to be more like inclinated for more creativity? Yes. Do I think Mike McCarthy needs a creative offensive coordinator to where he doesn't have to call plays and he can actually trust into that? Yes. But I don't think getting rid of said things fixes the issue. It just expands and it intensifies the issue to a greater extent, because then that new coach that we get, no matter who it is going to have their pitfalls. They're going to have to overcome the front office. And we don't have the mentality of that just yet. And that's why, like, I think, in closing, if we can't overcome these issues as a team, none of the opponents on our schedule will matter, because a lot of it's like dealing with someone who's mentally conflicted, like with Dak's contract and Trey Lance. What it sounds like to me is like I'm checking out this one chick. She's hot, she's bad and everything, but she's got to get her act together with Trey Lance. But when Trey Lance laid a damn egg in the preseason, we turned to Dak, the sure thing, and we're like, I always loved you. You was always mine. Come on, baby. I was always to put a ring on that finger.
Yeah.
No, that shit don't sit right with me, man.
Right.
If you were sure about it, you should have done that shit in March. But that's all I have today, Law.
Good call. What's your name so I can lock you in, bro?
Well, this is Adam.
Adam. Okay, yeah. Just different number. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I had a whole phone situation switched over. My other phone got shattered. I was on a ride and it fell off like 200-300 feet down.
Oh yeah, Riggs. Yeah. Murphy Law. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Good call from you, Adam. Good call from him. I love the analogies, man. I love the approach and metaphysically, and the analogy with Trey Lance being and I said this before during the off season. I said Trey Lance is the IG model. Yeah. The beautiful girl that they got all of the nice things going for, but can't fry an egg, right? And you're expecting to make something do with the IG model and go out and date and all of this good stuff. But when it was time to put out, it was like, man, I'm tired of eating this watered grits, like, dog, I'm tired of eating this bland cornbread and toast and all of this stuff. So burnt toast. So Dak, what's good? And that's what they did. They built everything. They built everything to support what they thought was going to be able to be something that was going to be sufficient, and realized that which was going to be sufficient not. And they turned the corner and said, let me just go back and hit up Dak and let's go give him this money. That's how this team looked. I could be 1,000 and plus wrong, but that's how they operated. The whole plan this offseason was a plan to check out Trey Lance and not elevate anything else, to the point whereas even week 1, Jalen Tolbert didn't even play preseason game because they said that he's already warranted. He's already granted that, So we see now that Jalen Tolbert needed those reps. If you listen deeply to what even Nate Newton said, Newton's Law over there, that's what I'm going to come up with. Me and Nate going to do a podcast. This is going to be called Newton's Law, since he said he don't get any views and stuff. We're going to do Newton's Law podcast. Let's hit up Nate and say, hey, let's do a Newton's Law podcast. But it will be the fact that he was saying it was a lot of wasted reps. Right? You give all of these reps in training camp to someone that needed those reps, like a Tyler Guyton, who transitioned from a right tackle to left tackle. He said as soon as he got off the helicopter, he should have been getting reps at left tackle. Awesome Richards, he really loved Awesome, right? Because he's a left-sided player, and he was saying to me and Clarence last night, like, hey, you should have put him in the game. We already know who Chuma Edoga is, you know? Come on. He was drafted as a right tackle. He played better at guard. They moved him. When he played for the Jets, took guard. He fooled around, got cut. He got picked up by Atlanta. They moved him at left guard. He stayed there, and the Cowboys got him and said, oh, let's put it even more on him. Let's make him play left tackle. That was Chuma Edoga. Come on, baby. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on with the political game. Now, from my opinion, that TJ Bass, he plays better at right guard. Well, we got Zach Martin, the president there, right? But out of favors, they said, hey, TJ, we like you. We favor you over Awesome. Let you play left guard. And granted, that one game he did play good. But you drafted Awesome for a reason, right? What you drafted him for? To hold the clipboard? Come on. So we be falling into these traps of political warfare, and you got to understand. I asked Nate, I said, what do you think of Dak Prescott to you? And he said, basically, what Dak Prescott ultimately need in EED is another veteran wide receiver to help alleviate some of the pressure from CeeDee Lamb. But neither here nor there, man. We're going to check out, man. I appreciate all of y'all support. Thank those who donated. Thank those who subscribed to this channel during these episodes. I really appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoy y'all beautiful Friday night today. And let's continue to grind and shine. I appreciate y'all so much. Be sure, ladies and gentlemen, to check out all of the content creators, check out all of the independent new media folks out here, and let's continue to grow the pot in general, basically, right? And let's continue to grind. I thank y'all. I love y'all to the moon and back. If you also love me too, check out the information in the description box as far as our sponsors. They keep the bloodline going here, right? And if you don't have remunerations to support in those lights, also hit the like button. Sharing, it don't cost a dime at all, right? So and check out my bookie if you are eligible. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, 100%, up to 1,000. That's a wow that they will match. And I got a special promotion going this month only. For those who donate, your name will be entered in, or for those who deposit, I meant to say, your name will be entered in for the $1,000 giveaway. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys heading into this game. Keep in mind, the 49ers, their record worse than ours. They need this just as bad as we do. They're not in tip-top shape just like we are not, right? We can point out the flaws on us, right? We can point out that we got a guy that's 82 and a half years of age, however, he just turned 82 or 82. And he's still speaking, doing 2 or 3 shows a week, right? Got his son up there, who's all meddling around as well with the contracts and the money. Father and son business. Yeah. We know our flaws, right? Other teams don't have these hurdles. We got people tapping the glass. A legend, right? We got visibility. Well, I tell y'all beautiful people, expectations, it is what it is. You can't go to Alaska expecting it to be hot all year long. Nor you can come to Cowboys land and expecting no one to have a camera in your face, or for it not to be hot over here, The expectations is different for different folks. You can't date that bad chick, right? And get mad when people turn their heads and look. And females, y'all can't date that handsome, charming guy and expecting for him not to get hit on. you know, by guys and other ladies in this modern day time. That's just how it goes. It comes with the territory. So the expectations are where they at with the Cowboys. It is what it is. You're going to have to live and learn to deal with them. But Mama said, if you want a thing bad enough, she said, Law, say that quote one more time for your mind. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdy and cheap. If life itself seems empty and useless without it.
What's your point?
And all that you scheme and dream is about it. If you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it, to plan, to lose all terror of your mind. If you will simply, oh, just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or poverty or the famish of fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty, you will get it. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours.
What's your point?
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Come on, baby, run game. Yeah, we got to have it. We must have it. One love, baby. Special prayers, man, out to my uncle. He was airlifted out to UMC Hospital in Jackson. Put prayers together. He had a heart attack. So, like I say, man, different time, different reasons. But I hope that you guys can pray for the nation as we hope for a speedy recovery. So if content be slow next week, you know why. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Stand tall or not at all. Let's get it.
Give me my thing, you.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, lately. I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal, lately. I just wanna run it up, yeah. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play.
Charge it to the game.
I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T-Back, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. Size off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the
Until next time, DC for life. Let's get this dub. 23-20, Cowboys.
I've been really